All right, y'all. So I'm back for season 7 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and this is episode 2. We picked up right where we left off from last week with Jasmine showing up to Rashida's shop while she wasn't there, and you guys know that Mama Charlene and Kelsey was there, and she pretty much lets them know that Kirk is the father, yada yada yada. Mama Charlene is like, listen, I don't really trust this bitch or whatever. But if it's true, what makes her think that Kelsey want to hear that type of information from, the girl that broke up the family and this, that, and the third? And I'm like, your son-in-law is the one who broke up the family because he was the one who was married. But I mean, yeah, I mean, she contribute, but let's be for real here. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, so Jasmine says she just wants to sit down with Rashida and hash things out or whatever, this, that, and the third. And Mama Charlene was just pretty much telling her about herself, like, you know what you did when you did it, and all this other stuff. And Kelsey is asking Jasmine, when is the last time you talked to my dad? And she's like that her and Kirk don't talk, and Mama Charlene is asking, Jasmine, was he giving you some type of false hope or whatever when y'all was messing around and everything? And she's like, no, I just got out of a bad situation at the time. And, Mama Charlene is like, oh, so you were just playing around or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And, y'all both knew when you laid down there was a possibility that you could get pregnant and just, going on and on. And Jasmine is sitting up here trying to say that she's just trying to right her wrongs and, just let Rashida know that I want to talk to her or whatever. And, Mama Charlene, she's like, okay, maybe I will, maybe I won't. So, like I said, y'all, still don't really know how true this shit is or not, but whatever. So then we have Erica. We find out that she's friends with Melissa. You guys remember Melissa from last season, who Mimi was kind of messing around with or whatever. And apparently, I guess Melissa and Erica have been friends for years. And then her friend Albie, he comes to they're at Erica's house or whatever. Albie comes as well, and he's like one of her best friends. And you guys might remember Albie from her time on Love and Hip Hop New York. And he's also friends with Estelita. So she tells them about the situation with Stevie, and how he invited her to the studio, and Estelita was there, and how he gonna sit up here and tell Estelita right in front of her that he's trying to make Erica the first lady, or the face of Danger Zone. And Erica is like, yeah, the way they was acting, I was just like, have y'all fucked or something, And Stevie, we know that he pretty much implied that they did do something. And then how Estelita is like, I don't recall. And then they was like, yeah, that ain't a real convincing argument if you claiming that somebody, lying on you or whatever. So, they're asking her, well, are you going to work with him at this point or whatever? And Erica thinks that she should consider working with him. And I'm just like, for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, this show has been on for 7 seasons. We know what type of shit that Stevie does with women, especially very attractive women. You know what I'm saying? He don't really push their career like he says that he's going to do or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, like, why would you even consider working with somebody like that? You know what I mean? Even though, yes, we know that he has made, many of hits between, the 90s and the early 2000s, but yeah, like, let's be for real here. Since he's been on this show, who has he really given a hit to? You know what I mean? But anyways, Erica is saying that she's not naive, though. She done been there and done that with Rich and everything. And, Melissa is like, well, on another note, I want to throw you a welcome to Atlanta party or whatever, this, that, and the third. And, Erica says that she wants Tommy to be there and everything because she got a little crush on Tommy. And, Albie, he's like, well, I want to bring Estelita so y'all can clear the air and everything. And Erica is like, did you not just hear all this bullshit I told you that happened between her, me and her, and how she blew up on me and everything? Like, nah, I don't think that's the time to be inviting her nowhere. So then we have Estelita meeting up with Mimi at Mimi's house, and Mimi claims that she usually don't put herself in the middle of Stevie's business, and I was like, oh, really, Mimi? Like, cause we can recall sometimes where you don't put yourself in the middle of Stevie's business, but okay. But anyway, so yeah, but she's like, but Estelita called her upset or whatever, so she invited her over and everything. So Estelita is telling her how Stevie invited her to the studio, and then Erica showed up and everything, and he knows that her and Erica was close at one point in time or whatever, this, that, and the third, and pretty much sitting up here saying how he wanted to make her the face of Danger Zone, and Mimi is like, right in front of you or whatever, and Estelita is like, yeah, right in front of me, and so I just went off on Erica and everything, and Mimi is like, well, girl, you need to talk to Erica or whatever. Y'all need to talk that out. You know what I'm saying? And she goes on to tell Mimi that he told Erica that we fucked or whatever, and I wasn't going to admit that shit in front of her, but yeah, I sat on it or whatever, so what, and everything. And it's just like, okay, yeah, so you confirming that you and Stevie done fucked or whatever, which we probably kind of at this point figured out anyway, that something was going on between y'all, because yeah, the way you was responding, and then the previews from this season, I didn't think we was gonna find out this soon, though, to be quite honest. I thought it was gonna be like a few episodes in before we found out, but I mean, hey, whatever. So she pretty much wants to put it out there, everything out there to Mimi, since Stevie want to sit up here and play these games, and she's sitting up here saying how Stevie slid in her DMs and wanted to talk business, and how she could stay at his house or whatever. So he flew her out to his house and everything, and he bumped into her door, the room that she was staying in. He came in there like 2 something in the morning, and he was butt naked and all this other stuff, trying to fuck and blase, and he just mad because I didn't let him fuck a second time or whatever, this, that, and the third. And she's sitting up here telling Mimi how she had a hard life, and how she had 20 siblings growing up, and how she was a stripper at 14. And I'm like, this sounds like some Jocelyn shit. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. And she had also was saying how she was raped and stuff like that too, and she was a victim of domestic violence. I'm just like, yeah, this sound like some Jocelyn shit. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny or whatever. I'm not saying that what she isn't saying, I'm not trying to say that what she's saying isn't true or whatever, but yeah, just yeah, y'all know how I be with these reality shows, and they be recycling shit or whatever. Just the way it sounds, it just sound like, yeah, we done did this with Jocelyn or whatever. But you guys know I'm never one to like take rape or domestic violence or nothing like that lightly, and and everything. But yeah, so anyways, Mimi is saying how he can't keep on doing this to women, and this, that, and the third, yada, yada, yada. So then we have Sierra. We find out that she done met somebody new, and it's BK Brasco. And you guys remember last week we met him on the boat with the self-proclaimed good guys of Atlanta, Kirk, Jock, and Stevie or whatever. Of course, we missed the Scrappy this season, but hey. So they meet up somewhere, I guess, to have lunch or something like that, and he likes her a lot, and they're like best friends at this point, but the church boy in him is still kind of concerned, because she's technically still married and everything. And he's asking, are you really over Shooter? And she says, yes, I haven't been happy for a long time with him, and how the divorce is almost finalized, and blah blah blah. And he's saying how he don't really want to put a title onto things yet or whatever. So, and it wasn't really too much with them. So then we have Rashida or whatever, and her mom, Mom Charlene, she come over and pretty much tells her that Jasmine came and told us that the baby was, Kirk's and everything. And well, she tells Rashida how Jasmine came to like the store or whatever while her and Kelsey was there, and how Kirk is he is the pappy. And Rashida is like, yeah, I already know. He came over here the other day and told me or whatever. And so, Rashida, she wanted them to be able to tell the kids before Jasmine decide to, run her mouth or whatever. And I do feel like that they should have had the luxury to tell, especially really more so of Kirk, since this is his baby. But I mean, we know how Kirk do. We know how Kirk like to procrastinate and, blase. So it's just kind of like, I mean, you gotta be quicker than that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be quicker than that, Kirk. But yeah, it's just. And another thing about Jasmine showing up to the job, it's like, yeah, why would you show up to that lady job or whatever to try to clear the air about some shit that you did with her husband and everything? Now, let's be realistic here. Yes, at some point, Rashida is going to have to meet with this girl, because this girl is going to, the baby is going to be around and everything, and that's her child or whatever, but you don't show up to nobody's store now. Like, I mean, come on. You don't show up to nobody's store trying to, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, Mama Charlene is saying how, Jasmine said she wanted to clear the air with you or whatever, this, that, and the third. And Rashida is like, well, nah, she should have thought about that way in the beginning and this, that, and the third. I'm like, well, wait a minute, Rashida, she kind of did try to, have a conversation with you last year, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, whatever. So, Jazz, she was also saying, Mom Charlene was also saying too, how Jasmine she just wants the baby to be a part of the family and blase, and how Kelsey wasn't really feeling her, and Rashida is like, but she not gonna blame the baby though for his parents' actions and yada yada yada. So then we have Erica's party. Jock shows up, and Erica and Jock, they're like catching up and everything. And then Tommy shows up. And, she greets Melissa. Melissa brings her over there. And, like I said, Erica been eyeing Tommy for a minute. And, Tommy, she's asking Erica, what you doing, down here or whatever and everything. And Erica is telling her, how she needs to sit up on the couch because she's a queen and all this other stuff. And, Erica is like, well, I heard to beg you. I have to be an official resident or whatever of the city. And Tommy is just looking so uncomfortable. Like, her face went from to, bitch, say what? You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. It just seemed like this whole shit was just so forced. This whole situation with Erica trying to hit on Tommy, it just seems so forced and kind of contrived. But, whatever. But, Erica's saying how she wants to link with Tommy. Tommy, she's looking really nervous, like I said. And, Erica is like, I don't want you to be nervous and everything. And, Tommy is like, listen, the last time I debated about being with the chick, it was another crazy Puerto Rican, and it didn't go so well, so I'm cool. And of course, we know she's talking about Jocelyn or whatever. And Tommy is like, she just don't want to be set up for no shit and everything. And, Erica is like, I just want to take you out or whatever. And, Melissa is like, well, Erica, I have a gift for you and everything. Welcome to Atlanta gift. And it's like a bracelet or whatever. And so, Erica, she thanks Melissa, and Erica has, she has to get on the stage to like do a speech or whatever. So, she tells Tommy to, hold her bracelet for her or whatever. She's like, so I know that you won't leave and everything. And, Tommy is like, okay, like, bye, bitch. The minute that Erica walks away, Tommy gets up to leave or whatever. And, Erica, she does notice, but she's not the one to give up easily or whatever, this, that, and the third. I said, Erica, you better what? Who y'all think, if like Erica and Tommy was to ever fight, who do y'all think will win? I think I might got my money on Tommy. I'm just saying. But, yeah. So anyways, Mimi shows up, and she shows up with Estelita. Now, Erica, she invited, Mimi, but she ain't invite Estelita and everything. So Mimi and Erica, they do like a peck on the lips or whatever, and I'm like, okay, Mimi, you really trying to get into this whole lesbian thing. But no, like I said, I do feel like the situation with her girlfriend at this point, it is real because they've been together for like, I think maybe, like I said, about a year or two now. So yeah, but anyway, so they leave, Mimi and Melissa to talk. And, Melissa, she does miss Mimi as a friend and everything. And, Mimi's still kind of acting, cold to her a little bit or whatever. She says that we could be cool, but that's about it. It ain't about to be no full blown conversations going on. So, whatever. Then on the other side of the party, Erica, she apologizes to Estelita, for jumping into her studio session, but she was there to see what she was getting into with Stevie, and Erica, she starts to get emotional. Estelita starts to get emotional because Erica is like, listen, I knew that Stevie was going to take advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? And Erica tells her, like, listen, we gonna get you out of your contract and make Stevie pay for everything that he's been doing to women and yada yada yada. I'm like, sure, good luck with that. You see how long it took Jocelyn to get her. I'm just saying, but anyway, so yeah, so Erica and Estelita, they good again. So then we have, Jasmine, and she's at her house or somebody's house, and she's with her mom and her grandma, and she's saying how Kirk is missing out on baby Cannon, and he's so cute. But do y'all think he looked like Kirk? Y'all let me know. But anyway, so her mom told her not to get involved with no married man and everything, this, that, and the third, and is asking, is Rashida making it difficult for him to see the baby? And Jasmine, she doesn't know. She did try to go up the press to talk to her or whatever, and she just feels that she needs to apologize to her whether, her and Kirk stay together or not. So then the grandma comes in, and, she don't understand why he wouldn't try to reach out and everything. And her mom is like, because he's married and that's what married men do, you know what I'm saying? And regardless of the fact if this baby really is Kirk's, because like I said, we just don't know with what Forest Rocks call it the frost facts. We just don't know what's real and fake between them anymore. It's just like, if this baby really for real is his, then yes, regardless of the fact, Kirk does need to step up and take care of his responsibilities and everything, because he is the one who stepped out on his marriage and created this baby. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so the mom just doesn't understand why Rashida is more upset with her than she is with Kirk, and how you were younger than him and he took advantage of you. And I'm like, okay, yeah, granted, older guys do take advantage of young girls, but I still feel like Jasmine is old enough to know better than to be messing around with a married man and then getting pregnant by him on top of that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I do agree, and I think we all have agreed that, yeah, Rashida definitely is more mad with Jasmine than she is with her own damn husband. But hey, so speaking of Rashida and Kirk, he comes over to the house because he hoping that, Rashida gonna ask him to move back in. I'm like, you in for a rude awakening. So, the family, they're there and everything. And, Kelsey tells, him about Jasmine coming into the store or whatever and saying how you're the father or whatever. And, he's kind of upset because they wish it would have came from him or whatever. But once again, Kirk, you like to sit up here and procrastinate on shit. You got to be quicker than that. So yeah, he owns up to it and everything. And Rashida feels like the bitch need to get in place and not be looking for me and all this other stuff. And they just think that that Jasmine just wants attention. And Kelsey is like, listen, at the end of the day, that's our brother or whatever. And the oldest brother, and it was so funny the whole time when the oldest brother was talking, they had to have the closed captioning on him because he just talks so low and he just like country too, so everything just sound like when he talk or whatever. So he was saying, do the baby got our last name or whatever? And Kelsey, she's like, okay, well now that's pushing it or whatever. I said, don't all of y'all got different mothers? Like, I mean, I'm just saying here. I mean, granted, yes, y'all. I mean, from what they saying, all of y'all came before Rashida got into the picture or whatever. I know some people um had some conflicting feelings about that, the time frame that Rashida got with Kirk or whatever. But I mean, from what they saying, y'all all came before, Rashida or whatever, before, Rashida and Kirk ever got together. But I mean, yeah, regardless of the fact, y'all got different moms and y'all got the same last name. So why can't baby Cannon have y'all last name too? I mean, I guess, but anyway, so well, I guess maybe it's different because of the fact that this baby came while Kirk and Rashida is married or whatever. So I guess maybe that is the difference, but I mean, I don't know, whatever. So anyways, the oldest son is like, well, do you have a relationship with, Jasmine or whatever? And he's like, nah, we don't have no relationship. I just let the lawyers deal with it or whatever, this, that, and the third. And, Kelsey just kind of grilling him some more a little bit, whatever. And, Kirk is saying how he hasn't seen the baby and just all this other stuff and whatever. So then we have Erica doing like this photo shoot. Tommy decides to show up because, she did accidentally keep Erica's bracelet after, her party. And she decided to meet up with her or whatever. But, they got to set some shit straight. Okay? So, Erica is like, I mean, did I weird you out or whatever? And, Tommy, she tries to lie and say, I mean, girl, my stomach was hurting. I had a long night. Let me stop bullshitting. Yeah, I was kind of weirded out. I wasn't really feeling that too much. And Erica is like, I'm just aggressive. And, when I want something, I just go for it. And, Tommy is like, well, I mean, you date guys too, right? And, Erica is like, yeah, so I'm bisexual. So it just makes the dating thing more fun. And, she's asking Tommy, so you only date guys? And Tommy is like, yeah, girl. Like, yeah, you ain't getting no puss over here, So then they start to talk about music or whatever, how they're both trying to get back into music. And, Erica is telling her about Jazzy Faye and then how Stevie is trying to work with her as well. And, Tommy is like, girl, really? Like, I felt like I dodged the bullet trying to work with Stevie last year and everything. And, Tommy lets her know, like, yeah, I think that you would be better off working with Jazzy Faye. And so Erica is like, yeah, like he done set up like this, this training camp for me or whatever, this, that, and the third. And, she invites Tommy to come. So they're going to work on a friendship. So then we have Sierra. She's at her shop, and I think she was doing Tokyo Vanity's makeup or whatever. And you guys don't know who Tokyo Vanity is. She's the one who did the song "Go Best Friend, That's My Best Friend." Yes, you better fuck it up. She the one who did that song or whatever. And I guess she gonna be on the show now. But yeah, so she tells us a little bit about her and how she got a new man and how he's a rapper. And, she's from New Orleans, but part of the reason why she decided to move to Atlanta was because of him, but to also, get a jump start on her career as well. So then Carly Red comes in and, Sierra tells them about, her new boo. And, then Sierra's mom comes in. I'm like, wow, Sierra's mom look good. She, I was like, wow, they look like they could be kind of sisters a little bit. But anyways, yeah. So she lets them all know that it's BK Brasco. And then Carly, she's like, oh, I'm dating his friend, Sean Garrett or whatever. And I'm just like, Mona, you really can't find another storyline for Carly? I mean, every season is, child, I can't. We moving on. So, Sierra, she's saying how she wasn't happy with Shooter from like 3 years. And then the whole situation with Mariah or whatever might have been, the only thing, because that's the only thing that she's heard. And so, some girl, she's in the cut. And she's like, you sure that's all you heard or whatever? And come to find out, is one of Sierra's stylists that works in the shop. And so the girl's name is Shan, and Shan is like, well, girl, Shooter got a 2-year-old on the way, and he got another one. He got a 2-year-old. I'm sorry, not a 2-year-old on the way, but he has a 2-year-old, and he has another baby on the way. And they like, what? Like, how you know all this information? And Shan is like, girl, I just couldn't continue to keep it in and everything. And they keep on asking her, well, how you know? And Shan is like, I mean, I do the girl hair and everything. And they like, is she coming here? Like, she feel comfortable coming in here or whatever? And she like, yeah. And I was just like, okay, And Sierra, she's embarrassed, of course, and she's like, you did this in front of my friends. And I'm like, come on, Sierra. Mona told her to do the shit, okay? So, Sierra's like, you're fired. And, Carly got to add her 2 cents in. You're fired. And I'm just like, come on, Sierra. Mona told her to do this shit. But anyways, y'all, that was the episode. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys come back. And oh yeah, my birthday is tomorrow. Hey. But yeah, y'all, I'll see you guys later on. All right, y'all. Bye.